Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Kirsten and today we are talking all things self-care. Self-care is a term that we use to describe things that we do to have some me time, to take care of ourselves. But you can also take the term out of context and actually use it in a way that it is kind of self-destructive, because if you implement so much self-care into your life, you're not going to be productive, you're not going to do the things that you wanted to do. You're probably going to be relaxed, but are you really going to be relaxed knowing that you should have also done different things? So there is a limit to how much self-care you should implement in your day, and if you're wondering how much I implement in my own days, make sure to watch my vlogs and nighttime routine, morning routine, because those videos show you how much I do self-care every single day, every single part of the day. But today we're talking about all the things that you can do to just take a step back and relax, wind down, take care of yourself, develop yourself, because that is also self-care, and to stay motivated and actually do the rest of the things that you also need to do. So let's get started. With the first one being taking myself on dates. I love to take myself on dates. A lot of people don't get it when I tell them that I go to see a movie by myself, when I go to a concert by myself, and of course I would rather share that experience with someone, but if there isn't someone who wants to go to that certain movie or that certain artist, then I'm not gonna not go and later feel bad that I didn't go. No, I'm just gonna take myself on a date and enjoy it, and then just be in that moment and be happy that I actually went there. But obviously that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to go to a movie by yourself or to a concert or to a festival. I wouldn't really go to a festival myself, to be honest. But with taking myself on dates, I mean go for a walk and have a coffee to go, because at the moment we can't really do much more. I remember once that I went to visit a friend in Switzerland and I decided that I would stay a day longer and enjoy the city by myself, because she didn't live in the city that I was flying to and from. So I decided that after spending a couple of days with her, that I would go back to that same city as where my flight would go from the next day and just explore by myself, have dinner by myself. I knew that it would be a relatively safe city, and I'm really happy that I did that, because now I know that I can do that. And also I think it's so important to know that your own company is enough, that you don't necessarily need others to be happy and do things with. And of course it is much more fun sometimes, but it can also be much more fun by yourself sometimes. And nowadays the kind of dates that I take myself on are walks. But for you it could be anything. Perhaps you've always wanted to go to a pottery class. Just go by yourself. It will be a lot of fun. Then the next self-care thing I do is set boundaries. I know that I need a lot of sleep. I know that I cannot have plans for every single day. For example, today is the first day that I have no plans since a week, besides the plans of me making this YouTube video. But the past week I've always been with a friend, having dinner together, being at work, and that is fun, and I also really savor those moments. But at the same time, I also really need that time alone. And so, for example, when I was asked to have dinner at a different friend's tonight, I said, no, could we do Thursday? And I don't feel bad about that, because I know that also I wouldn't be that much fun for that friend, because I'm just drained and I really need a night on my own couch, watching Netflix, just having tea and going to bed early. But setting boundaries could also be related to saying no to certain family members to participate in an activity, or saying no to how you're being treated at the office. And I know that for a lot of people it is hard to say no, and you really have to learn how to say no. I never really had that issue. I have no problem with saying no. But if you are having troubles with it, I think that you should practice it, and before you reply to someone, have a couple of seconds in your head thinking, do I really want this? Am I gonna be happier? Can I maybe move it to a different day so it would make both of the parties happier? Then maybe you should just say no. Take a couple of moments. The person isn't going to be mad at you for saying no. They're only going to value your time even more. And then the next thing I do for self-care is something that you maybe have seen in my vlogs or in my morning routine, and that is journaling. And I don't really journal as in I'm writing about what I did a certain day, but I do like to write down every single day what I am grateful for. I don't do it every single day. I do it like almost every single day. So every single morning I write down 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for that maybe have happened the day before, or that are still some things that I'm so grateful for and maybe have happened long way back in the past, but I really am still grateful for, if you know what I mean. I don't think that was very clear, but I think you also know what I was trying to say. And I truly believe that writing those things down is making me such a more positive person, and I really also am recommending it to every single friend and family member, because not only is it lovely to watch back in a month or half a year to see like, oh, what was I grateful for during that period of time? This is a very different time, what we're living in today, than usual people of our age are encountering. I mean, who else has lived through this virus? Yeah, I mean, 100 years ago, but you know what I mean? So perhaps reading back in 2 years' time what you were grateful for nowadays in these weird times can be such a nice memory, even though these were shitty times. Because in the end, it's mainly small things that make us so happy. And yeah, if I haven't really convinced you yet, I don't know how to, but I do really think that you should start journaling in a gratitude journal thing. Besides writing down the things that I'm grateful for, I also like to set goals for myself. I have been recently doing this in the manifesting style of writing, and I'm completely new to it, but I have made a video about it if you're interested, and it has already appeared on the screen now. But I've always loved making lists and just writing down what I want to achieve, how I'm going to achieve it, and in the manifesting way that I have already achieved it makes me so much more motivated to chase my goals and again be more positive. I think in the end also self-care is a lot about positivity. Start writing. And the next thing that I do is kind of related to this positivity thing, because my self-care tip is also to just surround yourself in positive places with positive people, because surrounding yourself with negative people, that's not self-care. At least in my opinion, it is not at all. This is also related to the type of people you're following on social media. Every single month I do a kind of following cleanse while I go through all the people that I'm following, and I'm just unfollowing people that don't make me happy, that only cost me a lot of time, and it saves me more time in the future. And I do that every single month because I start following new people quite soon again. Those people that I follow at the moment only give me positivity, and I still am following too many people, I think, screen time, but that's the idea of it. Oh, why, thank you, myself. Yes, that is right. Go get yourself some flowers every once in a while, because who doesn't get happy when they see this? I actually got these from my mom. Thanks, Mom. A different thing that I do for self-care is taking myself outside every single day. You may or may not know that I had made a challenge for myself to go outside and walk every single day, also to do yoga, which is also a part of self-care. But going outside, soaking up some sun and vitamin D, and just inhaling all nature's smells. I'm living in the city. There's not that much nature, but the part of nature that is available here. It's so lovely to walk outside and move your body, perhaps even sharing that walk with a friend or roommate or family member. I think that that is such a simple thing that we can do for self-care. It is free. I'm sorry, I got very distracted because my neighbor suddenly decided to put a radio on outside, and it is so loud. So if you're wondering why the music in this video has suddenly got a bit more loud, it's to kind of put that out. Okay, I was talking about walks. I don't even know exactly what anymore. Oh, right, taking myself outside every single day. For me personally, that has just made such a huge difference to my day. I'm really looking forward to that one time, sometimes 2 times a day, that I am going outside into nature, except for when it's like raining as it is now. But I will still go outside because it's good for me. It makes me happy. Fresh air, movement, self-care. Besides walking, another self-care thing that I do is invest in myself and in my development. For me, as a student, that's a bit easier, I guess, than for other people who aren't studying anymore, because through studying, you are developing yourself and literally investing in yourself. But I also mean it in ways that I have just started to learn how to play chess because of, we all know, the Netflix show, but I'm really enjoying it, and I think that it would be a great development for me to learn how to play chess and know how to play chess, and hopefully someday soon. But also investing in myself by educating myself through books and podcasts. Obviously, you all know that I love books and I'm reading books a lot. But with books and podcasts, I try to go out of my comfort zone every once in a while to learn about new topics that weren't really interested to me before, and maybe I will still not be interested in them, but at least I will have learned something new and also from a different perspective. Another self-care activity that I do is switching off my notifications. I have switched off my notifications ever since 2 years ago. That is not true. I only recently, like last year, switched off my WhatsApp notifications, but before that I already didn't have any notifications for Instagram, Snapchat, whatnot, but that has made such an improvement in my mental health because you keep on checking like, oh, has that guy already texted you? Oh, how is it going with this and this and this person? Just not being able to constantly see your messages, and like also not being able to pre-read before you actually read the messages. That one tiny thing really did improve my mental health, and I would never go back. I recommend it to a lot of friends who I know are kind of like me in that regard. The ones who have done it all thanked me, so if you haven't tried it yet, I think that that is a wonderful thing. Obviously, my text messages and calls are still coming through, but those are the only things. Like, why would I constantly have to know when someone is liking my Instagram picture? Even for YouTube, my notifications are switched off. Why would I bother myself with constantly looking and then also spiraling into, oh, I have only this amount of likes and views. Oh, I must not be a funny YouTuber or whatever. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Then the last two things that I do for myself for some mental clarity and peace of mind are yoga / meditation every once in a while, but yoga every single day. And it's just so nice to be in tune with your body when you're waking up. Like, my neck is so stiff when I've only just woken up. Is it just me? And then to just roll it out and breathe, and that is ultimate self-care in my regard. Besides doing yoga and meditation every once in a while, I also try to create routines because for me personally, I know that I love lists, I love routines. I'm a Taurus, I like things the way that they already are. Like, why change it if it works, right? And I absolutely know that this doesn't work for everyone. Some people really need the freedom and will not make lists, and also might not stick to those lists, but creating routines, and also just for myself at work, it just gives me so much peace of mind to know when I'm waking up in the morning that I need to do this, this, and this. I need to pack these things. And then there is just no stress, and I go to work and everything's fine. Or when I have a day off, like today, I know that my routine is just relax a little bit in the morning, have a quiet breakfast with a book, maybe FaceTime my mom, which I just did, and then create a video or do something completely different, go for a walk, I don't care. But it's just nice for me and people like me. Maybe you aren't one of those people, which is completely fine, obviously, but I just wanted to point that out. Everyone is different, everyone has their own systems, but that is what works for me, and that was also the video. So thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. It really does help my channel grow and reach more people just like you. So like and subscribe, and see you next Wednesday for a new video.